do all those things, but that same ego can actually hold you back from being able to grow more by being able to ask for help and lean on other people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, now I've learned to be quite shameless. I'm like, what are they going to do? Say no? I'm like, I hear like 10 no's like all the time from VC guys. So this is a better no than that. So yeah. So I think that's just, I think I would say that to every entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And so I know you share a lot and you shared a lot of with us today as well too. What I wanted you to do now was kind of jump in a time machine, go back in that starting the business phase and what advice, what CEO nuggets, what would you tell your younger business self if you were to hop in that time machine?
I would say be self aware and be honest with yourself, which I think a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people, even like much down the line in their career, they're just not honest with themselves on their skill set. Like, I think from the get go, when I started working on the brand, close to launch, I quickly knew where, what I was lacking and what my strengths were and what my opportunity areas were. And I'm very honest about that even now, right? So I don't come from a marketing background. I have done everything else under the sun, but not marketing. And I was like, oh, I've done like brand marketing, top line, M&A type of marketing, and I'll figure it out. But no, you have to be very honest about what your strengths are and fill in the blanks with people that are smarter than you in those areas that you lack. Because for any brand to be successful, you have to just make sure that first and foremost, you're very clear about where you need help and get the right people to fill in those roles. Again, the ego has to go, right? Where I'm like, I'm the founder, I'm the CEO. A lot of founders get stuck in that thing. And it's even like 15 years from launch, like you still see that founder mentality of like, there's some, insane founders out there that are very, it's their brand and they want to do things their way. But I don't think that's the right way to think about things. I swore to myself I'll never be the founder, and I would always be honest about how I can help grow my brand. And if I don't have the skill set, I will get somebody else to do it for me.
Yeah, and I feel like that's so powerful because I think so many times we can fall in love, again, going back to that ego with our talents and our gifts and the things that we really do well. But those things that we do well are not all of the things. And it's minute, hour, however long day, week, month that we spend away from our talents, not only is depriving, somebody else from maybe potentially being able to help us, but it's also depriving us for being able to operate in our gifts and the things that we excel at more than anything else.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when I was trying to like do all the marketing, I was like, I'm not sleeping. I'm not doing this right. I mean, the work suffers anyway, so you just don't want to do yourself that disservice.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure, that you find, what your thing is and you can find what other people's things are. We realize that they end up being separate, but they end up helping, everything to go forward as much as possible. So
One more thing I would like to add to that, it's
go
like
for it.
one somebody taught me this tip: hire cautiously, but fire quickly. Because as a founder, you want to make sure you hire the right people in those right departments and holes that you have. But if they're not performing, fire quickly because you're going to lose so much money if you're just like, oh, let me just write it out. Let me just write it out. So I think that's one tip I will give other CEOs, that be very smart when you're hiring, but then just if it's not working, get rid of, you know, the talent that's just not working.